Ever feel like some dudes just win at life, no matter what they say or do, while others get ignored like terms and conditions? What if I told you there's a chart for that? This isn't astrology for men, or is it? The socio-sexual hierarchy is a theory by Vox Day that ranks men based on dominance, charisma, and how they move through social situations. It's not scientific, it's not politically correct, and it's definitely not subtle. But it does explain why the same guy gets promoted, gets the girl, and gets the respect, while another guy is still arguing online at 2 a.m. about why women only like jerks. There are 7 main types, and yes, you're probably thinking about where you fit already. We'll get to that. Alphas lead the pack. They're dominant, charismatic, confident, and usually good-looking enough to make people forgive their mediocre opinions. They're respected, followed, and often envied. Think of the guy who enters a room and instantly becomes the gravity center. People orbit him, women flirt, men adjust their posture. Pop culture version? Think Captain America, Tony Stark, minus the emotional baggage, or Henry Cavill doing literally anything. If you're the alpha, you're probably not watching this video. You're out there bench-pressing social circles into submission. Betas are loyal second-in-commands. They're stable, dependable, good team players. They'll help you move apartments. They'll pick up your dry cleaning when you forget. They often get overlooked because they're not flashy, but the alphas need them. In the friend group, he's the guy who organizes the group trip and gets ignored when he suggests a hike. Pop culture examples: Ron Weasley, Samwise Gamgee, Jim from The Office if you squint your eyes long enough. Betas are liked, just not noticed. Deltas are the worker bees, the reliable men who keep society running. They're not trying to climb the dominance ladder. They just want peace, competence, and maybe a weekend with their lawn and a cold beer. Most men fall into this category. They can be successful, have families, and live fulfilling lives, but they're not looking to lead or fight. They just want everyone to chill. Think Hank Hill, your accountant, the guy who brings tools and knows how to use them. They're not flashy, but they're necessary. Ah yes, the gamma, also known as the self-declared nice guy. Gammas are often smart, sometimes brilliant, but socially, they're playing 4D chess in a game no one asked to join. They're passive-aggressive, secretly bitter, and constantly rewriting history in their heads, so they're the hero and everyone else is just too dumb to notice. Gammas are obsessed with fairness. They're the guys who leave long Reddit comments with footnotes and cite DMs as proof. They hate alphas but wish they were alphas. They see themselves as the misunderstood protagonist in an indie film that nobody watched. You've met this guy. You might even be this guy. Omegas are the bottom of the hierarchy, not in value, but in social cohesion. They're outcasts, eccentrics, or misfits. Some embrace it, others are just deeply alienated. Omegas are men who can't function in the normal social structure, often due to awkwardness, rage, or extreme weirdness. They're not trying to climb the pyramid. They're building their own weird little tower next door, made of anime, conspiracy theories, and Reddit gold. Some omegas become mad geniuses. Others become internet trolls. Either way, they're way outside the game. Sigma males are the lone wolves. They don't lead, they don't follow, they're just there, on the edge, doing their own thing. They're often mistaken for alphas because they're confident and competent, but they don't need social dominance to feel valid. You could call them the outsiders who don't play the social game but still win it. If the alpha is leading the tribe, the sigma is in the forest, sharpening knives and refusing to explain himself. Pop culture sigmas? John Wick, Geralt of Rivia, Batman when he's not crying. They're cool, detached, a little mysterious, also extremely memeable. Now this one's controversial. Lambdas represent the homosexual male archetype, and before you roll your eyes, yes, this is where the theory steps hard into opinion territory. We don't rank lambdas within the hierarchy exactly. Instead, people treat them as a separate vector because they don't compete for the same sexual social dynamics as heterosexual males. Lambdas can be flamboyant or reserved, dominant or submissive, but their social strategy, in this theory, doesn't align with alpha-beta-delta rules. In practical terms, they're on a different game board, and how society treats them and how they respond can vary wildly. Some integrate smoothly, some fight against the system, others just roast everyone with better fashion. Lambdas are not relevant to the socio-sexual hierarchy in a direct competitive sense, but they must still be understood in social terms. Here's the thing, you're not stuck. According to the experts, most guys can shift between roles depending on life stage, confidence, trauma, or environment. A beta at work might be an alpha at home. A gamma who hits the gym and fixes his ego might evolve into a delta or sigma. It's not Pokemon, it's more like mood swings with a side of masculinity. And yes, gamma to sigma is the most memed up transformation arc on the internet. Cue the montage: gym, books, cold showers, and deleting Tinder. Whether you like it or not, I kind of find this hierarchy helpful, not as gospel, but as a mental map, a way to understand how guys act, how we respond, and maybe even how we can grow. It's not scientific, and yeah, some of it's a little spicy, but it does make sense of certain dynamics. So take what clicks, leave what doesn't. And if it helps you navigate the social jungle a bit better, awesome. Let's have fun. Rank yourself. Do you lead naturally or are you just loud? Do you get resentful when others get credit? Are you mysterious or just emotionally unavailable? Are you actually Sigma or are you just unemployed with sunglasses? Most people are a mix. And sometimes you're just tired and want to be a Delta for the weekend. Self-awareness matters more than self-labeling. If this theory helps you understand yourself or others better, cool, use it. If it makes you spiral into YouTube comment wars or start calling women femoids, maybe log off for a bit. The best way to move up in any hierarchy? Build something, lead something, help someone, become a version of yourself that your past self would high five. So whether you're an alpha, a delta, a recovering gamma, or a lambda with great eyebrows, just be the best version of you. Like if this made you laugh, subscribe if it made you think. Or don't. That's pretty Sigma of you.